and lead a front end later to be with Merle anchoring for us. Yeah, well, it's still the sack race and the marathon. You want to be able to go off the marathon. How do you think of that?
Maybe I should just go in there and steal Zoe back.
You do that and you'll prove them right, that you aren't a responsible mother.
Well, then how do I convince them that I am?
By playing the rules and being as organised as they are. Now, tomorrow we get a good solicitor, and in the meantime, you drink your drink and try and get some rest.
Bloody Adams, thought he was hanging around more than usual.
Well, I bet you $10 he's doing it off his own bat. Score a few career points.
We report him to the government, invasion of rights or something. Rights? We haven't got any.
We've got our own ways of dealing with snoops.
Yeah, what do you got in mind?
I'm not sure yet. But I reckon it's time to show the slime he's getting way out of his depth.
Blank, not a single sound.
You sure you turned it on?
Of course I did. What do you take me for? The machine must have malfunctioned.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have to do it again.
You're joking. Connors would smell a rat for sure.
But I need that
Listen, I don't know what the big deal is, but I'm not risking my neck again, okay?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Hey, aren't you forgetting something?
What?
We had a deal, remember?
But it didn't work.
Oh, it's not my problem. I kept my end of the contract.
Look, if you think I'm going to... Hang on, how do I know you really did talk to Connors? Maybe you turned the tape off.
So now you're trying to wriggle out of it by blaming me, hey? I thought you were smarter than that.
Well, what's so smart about paying something for nothing?
Well, I thought we were at the beginning of a very profitable relationship. Now, why would I try to mess that up?
Yeah? Well, there's not going to be any profit this time.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
What do you mean?
Well, I wonder what would happen if the governor found out you'd been spying on the prisoners.
You wouldn't lag, you wouldn't be game.
You want to risk it?
No.
Sit down, I'll get us a drink. What would you like?
Gran deserved better than that. It was dreadful.
Yes, I know how you cared.
I know we couldn't have afforded an expensive funeral, but that
Laurie.
was cheap and nasty. After all Gran's done for me, I go and treat her like that.
Come on, that's rubbish.
Is it? If I hadn't have gone to prison, Gran would still be alive. I had no right to ask that lovely old lady to take care of Zoe. It was too much for her.
Now, you listen to me. Look, from what you've told me, she was a wonderful woman.
Oh, Joan, she was the best.
Right. And looking after that little girl was the one great happiness in her life.
She loved us so much. I just wish you could have seen them together.
Well, love like that doesn't die with the person. Now, part of that will be with Zoe for the rest of her life. And, Laurie, if you're going to share in that love, you're going to have to do something about it. And I mean now.
Well, what do I do?
Well, for a start, you can go and clean your mother's house and get out and look for a job.
What about Zoe? I've got to get her back.
Well, you won't get her back by moping or stealing cars or making a nuisance of yourself. You have to prove to the courts that you can look after her, that you're an adequate mother.
Adequate? I am her mother.
And the Hoskings are a fine couple. They have a good home, a regular income. Laurie, you've got no job, no money, and you've got a criminal record. Now, if you had to give custody, who would you award it to?
Oh, great. Now you're taking their side.
I'm simply asking you to try and be more objective.
Objective? This is my baby that we're talking about. Doesn't that mean anything?
Laurie, I told you what I went through with Shane. I know how the courts think.
Have I got any hope at all?
At the moment, I'd say the odds were pretty much against you. But if you get cracking, I reckon you could swing them around to your side.
All right. Where do I start?
Well, you start by going to the CES, and then you get a lawyer. I'll give you the name of mine.
I can't afford a lawyer.
Laurie, you qualify for legal aid. And then maybe you should...
Yes?
As much as I hate to say it, I think you should go to the Prisoners Reform Group. I don't hold with a lot of the things they say, but they do have some success with new releases. And you're going to need all the help you can get.
really worth a fuss, I don't see why you just don't tell the gov. She doesn't strike me as the sort of person who'd make the officer spine us.
Oh, yeah, and she's sure to believe us and all. And Rodney Adams will confess and quit and we'll all live happily ever after.
Yeah, well, I was only trying to help.
Well, don't. We'll do our own dirty work.
Oh, go easy, Rita. Wendy's new, remember?
You wimp by the sounds of it.
Yeah, she's still learning the ropes.
Hey, that's it. Ropes. The tug of war. That's our chance to take a piece out of Adams.
Beauty. Now you're talking.
Well, do we really have to?
Have to what?
Get back at Adams. He didn't get anything.
Just because you're new here doesn't mean you can't use your brain. If we let him get away with this, there's no telling what he'll do next.
He wouldn't try again, would he?
Oh, you don't know Adams.
What does it take to get through to you? He'll stop at nothing.
Yeah, we've had our fingers burned with him before.
And if he's taken it into his little tiny mind to prize the name of your boyfriend out of you, this little setback won't stop him. He has to be taken down a few pegs.
Yeah, for your own protection.
They're right, Wendy.
Okay. Oh, of course, some screws are born snoopers.
It's enough, Glover.
Well, maybe you're trying to set us up too, are you?
No, you've got a visitor, but I can cancel it if I like.
Save you the paperwork, too much trouble.
Boy, they sure get up each other's noses.
I just wish you let Adams get to her like Morris does.
Hey, speaking of Adams, we've got some serious plotting to do.
And the women worked really hard during the bushfires, made sandwiches for the firefighters, took donations for the telethon. So when they mentioned the sports day, I thought, why not?
Great. I'm impressed.
Well, why not stay and watch it? We could have lunch first.
I'd love to, but this afternoon's a wipeout. You know how it is when you move back to the city. And if I don't find somewhere to live soon, I'll go walkabout. Can't stand motels.
Well, if you could hang on for a few days, you could move in with me. I'd love to have you.
Oh, I'm an awful bore these days. I find it hard sometimes to leave the problems in the office.
Oh, we could have some good times, like the old days. You'd be doing me a much bigger favour than I'd be doing you. And I'd love to have your company, especially now. Come in.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realise that you had someone with you.
It's all right. I was just leaving. I'll see you later.
Yes, and think about my offer.
I will. Bye.
Look, I'm taking enough risks in this operation without your officers adding to them.
I beg your pardon.
Do you have any control over your staff? I'm assuming you wouldn't order a screw to spy on the prisoners, or would you?
Of course not. What's happened?
There was a tape recorder hidden in the shower block recording all the women's chit-chat until they found it.
Well, what makes you think that an officer put it there?
There were witnesses, including me. The women think it's a play to find out the name of Malleson's boyfriend, and mine for that matter. They foiled it, but I tell you what, they're hopping mad, they're out for blood.
Well, the officer will have to be warned and disciplined. Who was it?
Sure, and send up a signal loud and clear that someone's lagged? No way.
Won't know it's you.
Maybe not. But sooner or later, someone's going to wonder about all these trips I make to your office.
I'm sorry, but I can't allow the women to take the law into their own hands.
Why not? You let your staff.
I've told you the officer will be disciplined as soon as I find out who it is. This is getting us nowhere.
So it seems.
Right, well, if I can't warn a particular officer, I'll have to alert them all. It's the best I can do, unless you have some other suggestion. Right. Anything else?
Yeah. May I use your phone?
Certainly.
Thank you.
Gee, why'd this have to happen just when I got to be top dog?
Them's the brakes, Lurch. It goes with the territory.
Yeah, but I didn't want the aggro just when I was settling in.
What are you worried about? By the time we finish with Roddy Boy, the women will be so impressed they'll be eating out of the palm of your hand.
Yeah? Yeah!
The only thing that worries me is it might not be Adams.
What do you mean?
I mean, all the screws might have been instructed to suss out the name of your boyfriend.
Yeah, that'll be right. Can't trust any of them, particularly the blokes.
Jeez, I don't like the sound of this.
Which means that whatever we do to Adams will have to be good enough to be a warning to the others. But the way Glover keeps letting Morris rattle her, she might stuff up and mess everything up.
Oh, look, lay off Wendy, will you? She's got more now than you give her credit for. When you worked out what to do with Adams, give me and Wendy a hoy. Whatever it is, we'll do it for you.
Done! Yes?
Hey, hurry up. Here, I can't stay long. I have to be back for the sports day.
Now, how did we go?
It didn't work.
What?
I hit the machine, but it must have broken down. We didn't get anything.
For God's sake.
Well, I'd do it again, but Simpson won't be in it. She reckons the risk's too great.
No, she'll do anything if the price is right.
Oh, she's got her money. She demanded it.
Same old spider.
Look, you don't expect me to stick my neck out again, do you?
Of course I do. What other option is there?
Look, I think it'd be better all round if you gave yourself up. We can make it miserable for Connors once you're back inside.
You're kidding. I'd go to Blackmore. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to snap at you. Rodney, you're all I've got. I need you.
No, I'm sorry I let you down.
No, don't be silly. It's just another setback. We'll find a way. Look, if you feel I'm asking too much of you, please let me know now.
Well, it's no picnic, believe me. Yes, you trust me now. Anything new from your end? Yeah. I see. Is the contract still out on it? I don't think they've got anyone on the inside they could use, not yet. Right. All right, well, I'll get back to you when I know anything more. Bye. Thanks for the use of the phone.
We really are trying to support you as much as we can.
Point taken. But I'd feel a lot more secure if your governor had a tighter rein on the other officers.
Oh, you'd be surprised. Anne Reynolds' control here at Wentworth is about as tight as you can get it without it becoming repressive and authoritarian. And you'll find out just how tough I can be.
The governor not here?
No, she's just gone off on some sort of crisis, sports day.
What's going on?
I was just correcting some illusions Glover seems to have about the leniency here at Wentworth. Now, you get back to your cell. She should have been in solitary. Now, move it.
Where'd Alice go for the skip?
You'll find out, Senator.
Now, how'd you go? Bitch. I've been gated, not allowed out for the sports.
It's not bad, considering.
Not bad, it's perfect.
Right.
What?
It's a perfect cover to give Roddy boy his workout.
Workout?
While you were upstairs with Morris and Reno, Mullins here volunteered the two of you to do the job on Mr. Adams.
You did what?
Why not?
Go to hell, I'm not volunteering to do that.
I thought you said she'd be okay.
There she is. Just give us a minute. Now listen, Wendy. We've got to do this. Prove to Lurch and them we're not wimps. Adams was spying on us. It's up to us to teach him a lesson. God, it's how prison works.
In the same place we're having a tug of war.
Oh, please, Wendy. Things will be much better for us if we do and much worse if we don't.
Okay. What's the plan?
Step number one, take one bag of the best Wentworth dirt.
Dirt? Most prisoners dream about being free. Yet here I am, more than halfway there, and all I want to do is get back inside. Doesn't that seem strange?
Not to me.
Look, Rodney, this isn't the time or the place.
Why not? Don't you feel the same way?
You know how I feel. But right now, it's more important for us to get me back inside without adding to my sentence. And that means pinning the rap on Connors.
But that doesn't mean we can't make the most of
And
what...
besides, you have to get back for the afternoon shift. The sports day, remember?
Did you have to remind me?
We'll have plenty of time together after I'm free. Okay?
Okay.
Now, what are we going to do about Connors?
Mama, aren't you with the others getting changed for sports?
Not allowed out, am I? Governor's orders.
Really? Is that what you and Mrs. Morris were discussing in the privacy of the governor's office?
What if it was?
You answer me directly when I ask you a question. Fancy yourself as a bit of a rebel, do you? Well, we'll soon change that.
Why don't you leave me alone? You're almost as bad as Morris.
You've got a lot to learn, Glover. I might only be deputy governor of this place, but you ask any of the scum who really runs Wentworth. And you cross me, and I'll make your life so miserable you'll think Meg Morris is your best friend. Incidentally, you two didn't seem to be hitting it off so well.
She's a screw, isn't she?
Yeah, not easily rattled by the likes of you. I'm very interested to see how this relationship develops. I'm going to be keeping a very close eye on you and Morris.
Who's going to be the first to take the
odds on any even on the card in the Wentworth Sports Carnival. Oh, yeah. Spider here's made the book. We're ready to take your bets.
Ready to take them to the cleaners, more like.
Yeah, look at all the mugs. They can't wait to part with their bickies. Too bad we can't warn them.
Yeah, I would have been having a flutter myself if I didn't know the main event was rigged.
Speaking of which, here comes our secret weapon. Mel, you look terrific. Yeah?
Hey, Mullins. Thought you weren't going to join in the sports in case you cop 'em more. Change your mind, did you?
Now, Merle, you've been doing all those exercises we showed you?
Yeah.
Oh, good, because we're counting on you.
You got to be better than Captain Marvellous today.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll show you.
Oh, no, leave her alone. No, save your energy for the main event.
We're going to beat the officers.
Well, one of them anyway.
Who put the tape recorder in H-block showers?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. Reynolds. I don't understand. Why would anyone want to do it?
To record the prisoner's conversations.
With respect, Governor, are you sure your information is reliable?
Absolutely.
Well, none of us seems to know anything about it.
I assure you someone in this room does.
Well, then perhaps your informant had better be a little more specific.
I said nothing about an informant, Miss Ferguson. Well, without any further evidence, my hands are tied. But I'm warning you all, I will not tolerate officers taking the law into their own hands. Is that clear?
Of course it is. Will that be all?
No. I also have to warn you that the prisoners found the tape recorder and saw the officer responsible. Needless to say, they'll be out for revenge. So be on guard, all of you, especially the officer concerned.
They may try this afternoon at the sports. Security will be hard to maintain, and they know it.
I've never liked the idea. Why not just cancel it?
Too many people involved, and the press is here already. The prisoners who aren't actually competing will have to stay inside and carry on with normal duties. That's the best I can do. That'll be all.
Thanks, Mrs.
Thank you.
One more thing. If anyone does want to talk to me about this, I'll only be here till 5:30.
Thank you.
Miss Ferguson?
Oh, it wasn't me, if that's what you mean. I'm more interested in your source of information.
What about it?
Well, in my experience, you don't get that kind of detail unless someone lags, and we know how you feel about informers.
I did not solicit this information.
No? Someone send you a memo and sign it Glover?
You're wasting your time, Miss Ferguson. You know I can't tell you
You
who's
don't
involved.
have to. My gut feeling tells me it's her. She seems to spend an awful lot of time in this office. But then I suppose you know what you're doing.
Ladies and gentlemen, take your marks. Ready, set.
I'm ready.
Adams? Aren't you supposed to be outside?
Just going, Miss Ferguson. Just finishing getting dressed. I'm not needed till the tug of war.
What are you so nervous about?
Nervous?
Surely you're not frightened of a simple sports competition?
Of course not.
No, I didn't think so. You've got something far more serious bothering you, haven't you?
What are you driving at?
No point in skulking in the shadows, Adams. If those women have made up their minds to get even with you, they're going to give it a try sooner or later. You might as well let it be sooner.
And what makes you think they've got anything against me?
Oh, a combination of experience and intuition. Judging by their past record, I'd say they've got you taped.
Yes, Minister, if you insist, we'll carry on, but I can't guarantee that... Politicians. Come in.
The reception told me you were here. I thought you'd be at the sports.
Oh, I'll put in an appearance sometime.
Good. You look as though you could do with a break. You got problems?
Big ones. Joan thinks we've got something going with Wendy Glover.
Thought it wouldn't take long for her to find out. How much do you think she knows?
Nothing. But she thinks we're using Glover as an informer on the basis of this tape recorder business.
Well, what do you think we should do? Let her in on the secret?
Oh, that'd be the obvious thing, but do you think we can trust her?
Well, perhaps we should pull out altogether. Admit defeat and let the police find Mellon's boyfriend some other way.
I've already tried that and got the same answer. We're to cooperate with the police to the fullest extent.
Doesn't leave us much choice, does it?
No. Cover our tracks as well as we can and not be intimidated by Joan. It's a rosy picture, isn't it? Come in.
Sorry.
No, I was just about to go. Is there anything else?
No. Well, to what do I owe this unexpected pleasure?
I'm not sure it's going to be a pleasure. I've just come to tell you I'm moving into the flat this afternoon.
I'll miss you.
Yes.
I hate goodbyes.
It's not goodbye. I'd like to see you occasionally.
Maybe. Not for a while, please. Anne Reynolds. I took them to reception last night. 20, I think. Yes, I'm sure, as a matter of fact. I'm sorry I didn't hear you. Yes, make sure they've got drinks and everything else they want within reason. We don't want anyone being unhappy, do we?
On your marks, ready, set.
You ready to be our secret weapon, eh?
Yeah!
Get on you, girl!
Shouldn't someone be keeping net? Oh, look, stop panicking. Everyone's too busy to worry about us. Look, give us a hand, will you? Get some water. Is that enough? Nah, plenty more yet. You sure? Look, I've had plenty of experience in this. I've probably mixed more mud packs than you've had hot dinners. I'm looking forward to this. Fringe benefit. Right. Sorry, I just thought I heard footsteps.
Right, let me see. I think we'll put Pat and Andrew up here near the front. Where the blazers are they? We're due to start in a couple of minutes.
Well, last I saw, they were talking to a couple of newspaper people.
Well, I hope they remember they're in this event. We're going to need an anchor.
Me.
You sure?
Well, with Merle at the other end, it has to be me, doesn't it?
You're a good sport, Del.
It'd be a lot easier if you're back there with me.
Yeah, sure, okay. I'll put myself number 4.
Now, what about Rodney? Look at him holding back, afraid of the mud. Go on, let's put him up the front.
Good idea. Hey, Rodney, come here.
What do you want?
Thought we'd give you the honour of being number 1 in the tug team.
Does that mean I'm captain?
Sort of, but not quite.
Well, it's the most important position from a psychological point of view.
How's that?
Well, it's the one in the front.
But that's the one closest to the mud.
It's also the one facing the opposite team. I mean, let's face it, Rodney, the women are more afraid of you than they are of us.
Well, that's certainly true.
Then you'll do it. Good on you, mate.
Hey, I didn't say I would...
Right, let's read up front. As in Spider, McPherson, me, and then Merle and Command.
It's nice, ain't it?
Depends on your viewpoint. I'm not an expert on these things.
Oh, I thought you were an expert on everything. You might be a bit different after today's out, eh?
What do you mean?
What I say. You got your team sorted out yet?
Yes, we have. Why?
I want to know who the opposition number is. I'm up front, see?
Pity. I was hoping for a more worthy opponent.
That's perfect. He's up front. It's going to be a treat to see him go face first into that. Oh, you got your secret sorted out?
Oh, yeah?
Right. We're all set then.
Well, that should do it. Ready for the next stage? I'll just check one minute. Right, we're all clear. Good. Okay, you ready? Here's mud in your eye.
You can do that once more, Connors, and you're on a charge.
There he goes. This bloody driver better not backslide now.
That should do you.
Oh, God, my hair.
Probably do good. Come on, let's get going.
Oh, yeah, look at this mess.
Yeah, we'll clean it up later.
Oh, no.
It's going to take ages before it comes to the turn.
Go.
Is anyone there? No. But we'll wait here. It'll make the trip back shorter. I just hope we're strong enough to... It's him. Get ready.
So, they've done it again, eh? What's your excuse this time?
It's their team, though.
They did it on purpose, right?
Of course not. I just happened to be the one in front.
Any other officer get pulled in? No.
It was a bona fide tug of war. It was. There's no way they could have picked on me.
Oh, wake up to yourself, Adams. They're playing games with you.
She's giving him curry. Bastard deserves it. He's coming. What if it's a freak? No, I'm sure it's him. You better be right. You know what to do? Yeah.
Keep it nice.
Hey, Mr. Jackson, can we do this again tomorrow?
Do what? This?
Yeah, it was real good fun.
Yeah, terrific. What's up yours? Lots of bloody packing that stupid tug of war.
Oh, I didn't. Cheer up, Merle. Hey, do you want to have a go in the hose?
Can I?
Yeah, come on, Lou. It's your turn to get cleaned up, you muddy bugger.
Come on, ladies. You still have to get showered and changed before your special afternoon tea.
Hey, can we keep the mud pit, Mr. Jackson?
I doubt it, Jenkins. It's going to be a while before the next sports day.
Oh, no, I mean for us. Sure beats volleyball.
Come on, you know it'd be a waste of time asking. Too much mess to clean up after.
Yeah, let's think of Roddy. You got no consideration. Oh, yeah, it should be cleaned up good and proper by now, eh? We hope.
Well, got you again, did they? Who did it?
The bloody animals. They kicked me in.
Oh, just calm down. Did you see who did it?
Yes. 2 women from the tug-of-war team. But they'll pay for it. I'll see they pay for it.
I'd clean up first if I were you.
No, Mr. Dwyer, there were no incidents. In fact, the day ran very smoothly. Yes, Mr. Tomlinson handed over the cheque. No, the press had left by then. I think they got enough coverage from the day itself. Look, I'm afraid I have to go now. Yes, Mr. Dwyer, of course.
Come in.
Is it safe?
Well, just.
Bad day.
No, just a bad phone connection, Mr. Dwyer.
Understood. Hope you gave him heaps.
You found somewhere to live yet?
No, why?
Well, that room's vacant if you're interested.
You bet I'm interested.
Governor, there's a... Oh, sorry.
Is there a problem, Miss Ferguson?
Could I see you alone, please?
It's all right. I was just going.
Well, I told you the women would take advantage of today, and they have.
How exactly?
Just come from the rec room where I found Mr. Adams severely beaten by 2 mud-covered women.
Hey, where's our special grub?
Oh, they must still be fixing it up.
Can't you think of anything but that great gut, Jenkins?
Oh, shut up.
It's no bigger than your mouth, Simpson.
I'm real hungry.
You're hungry? But you ate all the hard-boiled eggs after the race.
But I'm still hungry.
There's nothing like a mud fight to build up the old appetite, eh, Moo?
Hey, you did real good for the fire victims.
Yeah, it's a bloody fun way to do it, too. Not bad for your first effort as top dog.
Oh, didn't do much.
That's true. But still,
Hey, you! Quiet down. Stop that noise.
shut it up, lads.
Shut up!
When do we get our tucker, Mrs. Sprinkle?
Yes. No, that is enough. You are not getting a special afternoon tea because the governor said you Why should we? We were promised.
Yes, but for a good day's work, you women bring it on yourselves. Now, your treat has been cancelled because 2 of your team members took it upon themselves to beat up an officer. Now, you will sit here quietly while all this is being looked into. Any undue noise, you will all be on a charge.
We did it, kid! Roddy Baby got what he deserved.
What are you talking about? You organised a bash.
A few of us. Why do you think you took the mud bath?
Yeah, I could have won easy. Bitches, I had money riding on us winning.
Take that up with Simpson. The point is, we told a screw he better think twice before he tries it on us again, right?
Right. Yeah, well, we should have been told I took those bets in good faith.
Tough. I couldn't risk telling too many. It's hard to know who you can trust these days. Bugger the tucker! We got what we wanted!
And kicked while I was down.
Did you have Sister Hall check you over?
Not yet. I want to see the women punished.
And they will be. Or at least 2 of them, if we can find the culprits.
Well, that can't be too difficult. There are only 5 on the team.
And they were all outside at the time of the bashing.
That's impossible. I tell you, 2 of them...
Nothing's impossible in here. Now, would you calm down and try and remember whether either of them said or did anything which would identify them?
No, they didn't talk.
Well, Miss Ferguson's already spoken to the ones who were not involved in the sports, and they know nothing.
Naturally.
Just let me talk to the ones on the team. I'll soon sort them out.
Mrs. Boris is taking care of that. Now, I'd like to know the significance of this note.
I wouldn't know.
Nothing to do with the tape recorder?
Of course not.
We'll see.
I assure you I had nothing
In the meantime, there's a question of punishment. The women's actions were inexcusable, despite the fact that they may have felt fully justified.
You're, still a bit wet behind the ears there, Adams.
What the hell are you doing? The rope trick, see? Look, you put it here, and then you put it through there, and bam! See?
Well, Vera and Ron's got through it okay. Reckons Mrs. Morris knows she's wasting her time interviewing everyone.
Yeah, what about Spider and McPherson, though? They had their backs up when they went out.
Spider's made a packet. She's only doing it to make sure she keeps it.
Yeah, I suppose.
Hey, look.
Oh, heckle and jekyll. Don't worry, that ain't a nothing. Kept bumping about where you were, though.
That'd be right. Even if I was locked up in the pound, she'd try and pin it on me. Hates my guts.
You reckon that's the only reason she's hanging in on Glover?
Attention, ladies. Back to your seats.
Here's a lecture. Thundercloud.
Quiet. Thank you. Well, it's been quite a day, hasn't it?
Yes.
Rather successful for the bushfire appeal. But that's all. Unfortunately, some of you decided to abuse the faith put in you by tying up and beating one of my officers. Obviously a well-planned venture. And as top dog, Jenkins, I hold you fully responsible for allowing it to happen.
Hey, hang on a bit.
Yes? Stand up if you want to speak to the Governor, Jenkins.
Tell him, Lurch, that bastard deserved it.
Well,
What about him spying on us, Mrs. Reynolds? A pretty dirty trick.
Can you prove that, Jenkins?
Well,
until you do, I can only go on this incident. Mrs. Pringle, take them to their cells. Got a problem, Jenkins?
Well, we already missed out on our grub because of Adams.
And now you'll be locked in your cells until tomorrow morning because of Mr. Adams. And if I hear any more complaints, it'll be solitary.
Oh, hello, Joan, isn't it?
Miss Ferguson, how did you get in here?
I walked. Care for a cup of tea or coffee?
No, but you help yourself. Who brought you in here?
No one.
Well, what are you doing here?
I'm a social worker. I came to check on some of my girls here.
Oh, I might have guessed.
Pardon?
Trying to rehabilitate that scum is a waste of taxpayers' money.
Oh, you mean my girls or all the girls here?
Take your pick. Black, white or brindle, they're all the dregs of society.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm not dobbing in anyone just to help out some fool officer who got what he deserved.
No one deserves a beating, prisoner or officer.
That depends which side of the bars you're looking through.
And you're obviously on the other side at the moment.
You're damn right I am. And the job's not worth risking just to make yours a bit easier.
Did you do the bashing? You're capable and you were inside.
So are a lot of others.
I don't understand you, Wendy. If you told us who'd planted the tape recorder, we could have satisfied the women by imposing our own punishment.
Sure. Slap on the wrist for Roddy.
I beg your pardon.
Don't bother. It's another waste of time.
Tea's a little late because it takes time to set up the tray.
Oh, let us out and we can save you the trouble.
Got yourselves in this mess.
Tell Mr. Watt there's no tea until they keep the noise down.
That's enough! Just shut up, all right? You heard Mr. Adams. No tea until you stop this racket.
You got that on tape, Mr. Jackson? Yeah, Mr. Adams will help you out.
All right, that's it. You can damn well starve.
Come on, they'll quiet a lot quicker if you know.
No, I mean it. Let them go hungry.
Hey, you can't do that. You've got to feed us.
For the last time, quieten down.
I'm real hungry. Oh, don't worry, Mill. They got to feed us. Hey, girls! Let's cheer up Mr. Adams. I'm hungry. Let's hear it. Roddy's bodyguard, drag through the mud. Roddy's bodyguard, drag through the mud. Roddy's bodyguard, drag through the mud. And he ain't going straight no more.
Sure made them happy, didn't we? Sounds like it. Maybe they'll stop picking on you now, especially seeing the governor's on your back too. Yeah, hide of the bitch. You reckon Adams dodged you? Nah. Shot in the dark, I'd say. Missed. Threw me for a minute, but... What's the matter with you? Oh, you know. Lester. Missing, that's all. You really hung up on him, aren't you? Yeah. Not bad for a fella. At least he doesn't use you like most. Know what you mean. Been left high and dry myself a few times. Do you think you'll try and get in contact with him? Probably not. At least till the heat's off anyway. Probably get a message through to him somehow, though. And real soon. How come? Well, I'm totally bust. Doing my last $5 today. Dumb. Not much better off if I give you a loan. Oh, you better organise something too. You go crazy in here without the little sidelines. Yeah. Hey, listen. Maybe I could get my contact to get onto Lester for you. Oh, it's no harm in asking. Yeah? That'd be great.
Look, have you got a plastic bag or something?
Oh, check under the bench. There might be some garbage bags there.
She's been out of here 10 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah, what's the big rush? Got a heavy day?
That's none of your business, Stout. You and Jackson would do far better around here concentrating on the job instead of sticking your nose into other people's affairs.
Oh, well, kick me when you walk past if it'll make you feel any better.
The mood you're in is just as well you're going home, mate.
I suppose you've seen the animals were fed.
Oh, ease up.
Oh, God, where have I heard that before?
You were saying?
Nothing.
Yeah, well, if you had to put up with what I had to today, maybe you'd be in a mood too.
Well, I hope I never put myself in that situation.
Meaning?
The tape recorder, Rodney.
Oh, for God's sake, a bunch of crims point the finger at you and all the saps in the place believe them. Thanks for standing behind me today, guys. You're real pals.
He's not the happiest, is he?
God, what's up with him lately?
I don't know. Work pressures, maybe.
That'd be right. Sitting on your backside while I'm slaving away in the kitchen.
You haven't changed.
Now, what's this? Work or awake? Either way, let's drink to it.
Probably a bit of both. So make mine a double.
That's what I like to hear. Seriously, though. Work I can understand. But I hope you're not letting this guy get you down too much. Well?
I miss him. I'd be lying if I didn't admit that.
I know, love.
I was just getting really used to being half a pair. What's that smell?
Oh, no. The chops. Oh, that bloke's got a lot to answer for.
There we are. That should do the trick.
Oh, I'm all right, but you look as though you could do with some cheering up. Come on, what's happened?
I've had the most dreadful day.
Well, tell me about it. It'll make you feel better.
I walked and walked trying to get a job. Then I went round to Gran's place. And I had to pay all the back rent. And it took all my money and nothing with the place back, and what am I going to do?
Well, I'll help you. Come on, it's not the end of the world.
Isn't it? The PRG have pulled strings and they brought the custody case forward.
How much forward?
Tomorrow. They thought they were helping things. I'll never get Zoe back the way things are at the moment.
Come on, Laurie, pull yourself together. There's got to be something we can do.
Oh, yeah. There's something I'm going to do. I'm going to get her back.
G'day, mate. What's going on?
I don't know exactly. Something to do with an escaped crim being held up there.
Are they still in there?
No, she took off. The cops came screaming around the corner and I nearly took off myself.
Thanks.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside. And things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are